Hi, good morning everyone. We are really getting to be at the last days of this year, getting ready for the coming year, for Rosh Hashanah. This Motzei Shabbat, this Saturday night, we also going to begin to say the Slichot. I'm talking for those people that belong to the Ashkenaz. The Sephardim, thank God, they have a beautiful tradition that they say the Slichot the entire month, but we don't have that tradition yet, even though really the Baal HaTanya writes in the Shulchan Aruch about saying Slichot the entire month. But as our tradition is that we do it from this Saturday night, the last week of the year. So it's really the moments that we're getting ready to close up the past year and coming for the new year. And the next stage is, as we said, after we spoke about that the entire month of Elul is a month that we are closing up the year before to get ready to the new year. This week, the week of Slichot, that's really the next stage and the last stage before coming to the new year. And as our tradition is that a Saturday night, we all getting up in the middle of the night, and we're gonna do our special prayer Slichot to Hashem. And as we know, the famous Hasidic story being repeated every time, every year, when it comes this year, at this moment of saying the Slichot. And this is a story with one of a great Hasidim with the Baal HaTanya, that he stayed over in Ain by this family at this particular Shabbat. And he came after Shabbat, he went to sleep. And in the middle of the night, the couple with two farmers, husband and wife, they got up to go say Slichot, and they saw their guest still asleep. They went to wake him up too. And they wake him up in the middle of the night. I don't know if he was sleeping, pretending like he's sleeping, but that's the story. They wake him up in the middle of the night, they tell him, you gotta go say Slichot. And he's rubbing his eyes, he says, what's going on? Why are you guys waking up in the middle of the night? He says, we gotta say Slichot, it's very important. He said to them, what's so important? What's going on? So they explain it to him. Sir, don't you know that in order next year we should have a good year, the cow should have enough food, the field should give good grain, and so on and so forth. We need to pray to God, and this is why we're getting up in the middle of the night. He looks at them half asleep and he says, I never saw old people in the middle of the night to go there to take care that the cow should have food. I don't understand that. I don't know if it's a real story, an anecdote, but the story has a lot of meanings. And the meaning of that story is that his great chassid was trying to teach his people that the idea of getting up in the middle of the night of saying Slichot is a little bit more important than just to worry about what food the animals will have. When the animal also can refer to our animal soul. It's a much deeper idea. And the idea is, as we begin the Slichot, the first statement that we say Lecha Hashem Tzedakah Velanu Boshet Apanim. And literally what it means, to you God, you are justice, you are right. Velanu, and us, Boshet Apanim, we should be embarrassed, we should be ashamed. And this is the way we begin. And the whole idea of this prayer is that we want to turn to God before the year is over and before we're starting a new year, and to tell God, it's not about how great we are. On the contrary, Velanu, to us, Boshet Apanim. We embarrass what we are. We know we did not really complete the mission of God. But you are justice. And we turn to God, or we ask God for His mercy to give us a good year. What is the good year that we're asking for? A good year of abundance. A good year that God should be connected with us, and we should be connected to God. And that's the idea of the Slichot that we're starting this Saturday night. The idea of Slichot this Saturday night is we begin a new connection with God, and we're turning to God, and we're turning to His mercy. Explains the Hasidus in Lent, and I'm going to get into it now, about a way of connection to God. That was the way of the connection that was given to us by our forefather, one of the great patriarchs, Yaakov Avinu, and that's called the connection of mercy. And this is what we're turning this Saturday night. We are turning to the mercy of God. To God should be merciful on us and make sure not to forget us and stay connected with us. And we should stay connected with Him. And when we have a bond with Hashem, and that's what Rosh Hashanah is all about, as we learn about it so much, and I mentioned this week's Parsha also, that we're making our covenant with God. And this is what we want for the new year, that God should make the covenant with us again, and stay strong together. For that it's worth to get up in the middle of the night, pray to Hashem from the depths of our heart. But the real prayer should be, we don't come to God because we are great. We don't come to God because we are special. We come to God because we are selfless. We come to God because He has mercy. We come to God. We are people. We are humble. Yes, we may not deserve, but You are so great. You are so special. You give us a good year. And as we learned so many times, more a Jew is broken, more a Jew is selfless, more a Jew feels he doesn't deserve, more he becomes a vessel that Hashem should give him so much more, and He should give him abundance. Let's all do that same thing. And let's turn to God at the prayer of the Selichot and tell God, God, please take care of us. Please take care of the entire Am Yisrael. Please make it to be a year that Mashiach should come. Please make it a year that we should see the great revelation of God. But how we turn to Him, Hashem. Yes, it's not about us. It's not what we deserve. It's about that You are great. Let's all of us do it. Let's all of us be blessed with a Shana Tova Metuka, with a great special year. Have yourself all a good Shabbos, a good week, and hopefully all of us a good, beautiful year. Shana Tova.